Hey guys, greetings and welcome back for those who are here. Today we're playing. What are we playing? That's a good question. We are playing Gentle Fall. I bet. My brain went blank for a second. It's supposed to be I think it's supposed to be a Yander. Let me go ahead and look at the synopsis really quickly. I probably should have done this a minute ago. Here's one. It says here, it has been almost a year since you started your degree, and life has been monotonous since. Steady, you eat, you sleep, and you hadn't made any friends yet. Oh no, we're friendless. Everything feels excruciatingly ordinary, except for the feeling of being watched constantly. I believe this is supposed to be like a little bit of a yanderish question mark. This is only the demo, so hopefully it'll be interesting. So far, from what I've seen, the comments are like, yeah, this is the bomb, so wish me luck. Okay, press to. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. I don't know why I just blanked out. Start. Of course, we're gonna start. My name is Sly Doy. The following game contains disturbing themes such as death of animals, stalking, non-con drug use, panic attacks, psychological abuse, and minor jump scare. Ooh. Now, I did look at the information for the game, and it said that a good handful of these are not in the demo, so um, it's there as a warning, but I'm not too sure if it's actually there. Okay, this is the first time I played, so it's early fall. The leaves are still falling outside. The streets are covered in a monotone hue of orange and green. The middle of October is mostly very calm. There's nothing much happening. Planets are still somewhat far, but even if I wanted, it doesn't mean I can relax just yet. Ugh, the sound of alarm. Ugh. Shifting in my bed, I looked at my phone. 6 a.m. as usual. The rays of sunlight were already entering my room. Oh, today is Friday, I guess. I almost forgot. There was a workshop today. I am not all that enthusiastic about it. In all honesty, at least for me, college is very different from high school. Talking to others isn't the same thing anymore. It felt more intimidating. But I guess I should be thankful for these workshops since talking to others is pretty important in my field. And in the end, even if they are a drag, they still are good for me. In any case, I better get ready. Stretching lazily as I got up, I looked at myself in the mirror. See, there was always a good gap above. Let me go ahead and save. Okay, interesting. See here, there's always a big gap above it every time I stand in front of it. I'm short. My frame is fit perfectly well, where I'm average in height. Fell down. Well, I'm average, so I guess it was the only time being average wasn't bad. My tired expression looked back at me from the mirror, and my hair was pretty disheveled. Sure, I sure better fix this before leaving my room. Okay, since I live alone, it was kind of a hassle to make my own breakfast every morning. I agree. Half the time, like if I were to head out, I just grab a snack, like a whole 3 course breakfast. You're living the good life. I ended up always going to the shop near where I studied every morning instead. I had to wait a little before I got there, but it was very much worth the wait. The small shop that I had grown quite fond of drew closer in the distance. The smell of freshly brewed coffee tingled my nose. She's chilling there like, yep, I'm here to work and work is what I'm here to do. It was much cozier compared to the cold outside, like a warm and gentle cuddle. I wish I could stay here more, but I didn't want to risk being late today. Hello, what can I do for you? As usual, I ordered between hot coffee and matcha. Let's do a matcha. Sure thing. Sat down at the table near the window, but it didn't take long until my order was ready. Thank you for ordering. Have a good day. I gave the girl my best smile. You too. Oh. Seems like I arrived early. There are not many people at the lecture hall yet. Guess I got too worked up about not being late. I mean, being early is decently well. It's okay. The few people that were here seemed to be busy talking to each other. They ended up taking an empty seat. I needed some time before I gathered enough courage to speak to anyone. Is this seat taken? Who is this? Looking up. Oh, hello there. I met the tired eyes of a very tall man. Who do you look like? You look interesting. Where did that guy even come from? I swear I didn't even hear him walking closer. No, not really. Can I help you? The man nodded. Forgive my rudeness. My name is Chester. This is a very interesting Chester. Chester. For some reason, this name reminds me of dinosaurs. I was thinking of the singer from the rock band, but okay. I'm Celine. It's nice meeting you. It is nice meeting you too. Would you mind pairing up with me for today? I tried smiling at the man. He sure had a formal way of speaking. Well, why not? He looks rich. I guess that solves the issue of having to look for a group. Okay, dot 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 dot. The silence in between us seemed to extend for minutes. Right, I guess I should say something. So, I haven't talked to you before, have I? Yes, you haven't. As I thought, I really don't know what to talk about with him. He is giving rich boy. Does that make you uncomfortable? Well, not uncomfortable, just I don't know what to talk about. I see. In that case, I suggest we get more acquainted with one another, as in my opinion, it may benefit us both. Benefit us both? To me, it seems you don't have a set group yet, and neither do I, so yes, it would benefit us both. Oh, he does have a point. So what do you say? Absolutely. Well, I think so. I mean, I don't particularly have anything against it. That's great. So why don't you tell me more about yourself? My mind was coming up empty. Anytime anyone ever says, hey, tell me a little bit about yourself. Oh, I work, I go home, I sleep. I do a backflip, I go back to sleep. If I may be direct, for what reason were you alone in the first place? How can I explain that? I just got too lazy to build up courage so I could talk to someone properly. I feel like that's too blunt. I'm not good with socializing, to be honest. Yeah. But I'm trying my best. It's not like I hate people. Besides, if pharmacologist... Okay. Should be good with people, right? I don't know why I thought it was, like, pronounced different for a second. I see. Well, that makes more sense why they're more rich giving, doing the doctor things. Anyway, then I will make sure to act cautiously so you can feel more comfortable. Take it easy. There is no pressure to learn how to deal with people straight away. Internships are supposed to help achieve just that. Well, at least in theory. Smelled at his words. In his own way, he seems nice. What about you? After all, you said you didn't have a set group either. To tell you the truth, I suppose I could say the same as you. Not very skilled at speaking to others. His voice came out almost as a whisper. A whisper. Ah, he seemed hesitant to say this. Well, it is like you said, internships are there to help. I am sure he will be okay. Thank you. I appreciate your concern. Maybe I was wrong in assuming it bothered him. I know that's me every time. I'll be like doing some random things and I'll be like, oh there, let me go ahead and calm down. Calm my buns real quick. I think they're bothering. And they're just like, why are you quiet? I was like, I'm sorry. He seems okay. At least I think he is. His face hardly changes. And my mom put me in timeout when my face stopped changing. And she was like, why? Why are you so monotone? I'm just like, what do you mean? She wouldn't let me do anything. Anyway, after some time, the room started filling up with people. It was just quiet, but it wasn't bothering me anymore. He seemed to be distracted. His eyes were glazed over. One of his legs was tapping silently. After a few more minutes, the professor also arrived. There was going to be a brief lecture, and then we would go to the lab for the practical part. That is where the group should come. If I'm lucky, things will end smoothly and I'll be able to study in the afternoon before going home. Hopefully, Chester is competent enough in lab work, so I won't have to lead him too much. Oh no, he's gonna be leading you. Please be for real. Okay, I put my lab coat over my clothes. The lab always smelled like a dentist's office, cold and sterile smell that could only remind me of the color white. It was even colder now since the leaves were falling. I can only wonder how one would handle being here in the winter. Yeah, just hurry up so you don't be in the winter. So, Shall we begin? He looked at me, waiting for me to get ready. Sure. In the end, things ended up alright. Chester wasn't well coordinated on working with someone else, but in fact, he was competent. He was often leaving me behind without realizing it. I told you! I told you! With some work, we made our dynamic as a duo function well enough. The sun was already soaring in the middle of the sky. I was leaning in the sink while washing my hands. This did take a bit longer than I expected. Are you upset? No! He was already prepared to leave. Jesus! Not really. I feel like the time invested was pretty worth it. You were pretty good at this. You. You were not bad yourself. Either way, I really should get going. Of course. See you soon. See you soon. He exited the room. Drying my hands, I was prepared to leave as well. I opened the door and walked down the corridor. But just as I exited the room, I remembered that I forgot my lab coat hung somewhere. What a pain. The 1 year you think you would get used to not forgetting such a simple thing. This might just be me, right? But the longer that you're somewhere, you're going to end up forgetting more things compared to if you're just there less. Because you're just like, oh, when I start, I gotta be perfect. I gotta be on time. I gotta do this, gotta do that. I gotta have everything organized. When you're there for a long time, you're just like, oh, whoop-de-doo. The ceiling's falling. Okay, great. That's just me. But I'm glad I noticed it was missing soon enough. ... Something laying over the desk caught my attention. Seems like Chester forgot something too. It looked like a small notebook. Probably took it out to take notes. I will give it back to him next time I see him. Please do. Sitting down at the table, I put my bag on top of it to start studying. Surprisingly, today the library was not as crowded as it always was. Sweet silence filled it. Seemed like a nice day outside too. When it comes to libraries, I don't know other libraries, but the library I usually go to in my hometown, they have like the front area, they got the big areas, but like there's a back far that no one really knew about. I mean, they bricked up one part, so it's no longer a place we could go to, but there was one part all the way in the back, you just kind of like, you can't get to it until you walk all the way to like the windows and then like head straight right, and then it's just empty area that no one ever goes to. It's just filled with cobwebs and just dusty, but I mean, clear that up and it's just perfect. And you can't hear nobody either, so yeah. Anyway, let me stop rambling about nothing. It seemed like a nice day outside too. Sadly not nice enough to abandon my degree just yet. I really should get to work on those PDFs. Oh, I accidentally knocked over Chester's notebook. It opened itself on a random page as it hit the ground. Huh. It was a schedule after all. Must be really into organizing stuff. Picked it up and stared at it for a few moments. I'm giving stalker vibes. Okay, Monday. Okay, this is... I don't know why ominous music just started. It's pretty normal. Wake up, left house, took train, ordered... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, this wasn't his schedule. I seen... It's not leave house, it's left house. Okay. Huh. Isn't this... Today's... The day he jump scares me. Please excuse it. It seems I lost something in the lab. Did you by any chance come across it? I did. Marvelous. I didn't even finish that notebook was exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. You're very helpful. I am? Okay. Of course. You see, I'm quite useless without it. Really? Didn't realize you were disorganized about things. Must be imagining things. I don't know about that. You flatter me. Believe I've yet a long way to go. But alas, I wish I could stay more. But I'm quite in a hurry. And if you will excuse me... Right, just my imagination. No, it was not. If you don't open your eyes... As much as I tried to deny to myself, what I saw was still lingering in my mind. It was my entire schedule, what I did. The more I thought about it, the more silly it sounded in my mind. It feels so irrational to think that someone would be keeping tabs on me, right? No, it won't. To keep an eye out for him at the very least. Chapter 1, The Gentle Autumn Rain. In the silver rain. Since then, Chester now talks to me occasionally, sitting by my side silently in the classes we shared. The thought of what I saw still never left my mind, and I kept thinking of ways to bring it up, to him again and question it. Don't do that. For now, it has just rendered me anxious about the topic. I mean, like, yeah, bring it up, but like, I have a feeling not in the way you're thinking. Besides that incident, he never acted oddly since, which only made me even more confused, which will make you even more questionable. Oh my gosh, Adler! Good afternoon, Mr. Adler. You arrived earlier than usual today, huh? Mr. Adler is my assigned professor who gives me instructions to work in the lab. He is the one who guides me and the other four students assigned to him. Well, since you are here first, I would like to tell you that I got a new assistant. Actually, I think it will do you and the others well. Honestly, I never thought I needed an assistant before, but that young man just convinced me so well. A new TA. Mr. Adler never had a TA before. It was really impressive. I would say, since he is basically at the same learning point as you, Hester. I was doubtful at first, but he somehow passed the test I gave him anyway. He seems so dedicated. Besides, I think it will do you well to talk to people your age too, dear. No offense, of course. All offense taken. None taken. Older people are so brutal sometimes. Offense taken. Mr. Adler, in particular, acts like a gossipy old lady. No, because that's where you get the best drama, the best tea. You don't understand. Like, there is a handful that is like my age where I work. Like, once you start hitting like above like that 20 range, you just be getting all the tea. Anyway, I just never saw you talking to anyone besides a professor before. You should try to get out of your bubble. Oh, I say this because I worry about you, dear, of course. No, you don't. Yeah, thanks. Good afternoon. Chester! The Chester Fry. You can't tell me he does not look like a little Chester Fry. Chester, do you already know each other? Well, this is the gentleman I was talking about. Hey, just remember not to let personal relationships interrupt your academic pursuits and try to stay focused. Don't worry, we have protection. Anyway, of course, you need not worry about such things, Mr. Adler. So you wanted to be his TA? Of course. It seemed like it would be entertaining. This guy's idea of fun is really weird. No, it's actually not. It's like, if you're like, and doing the basic stuff, it's like, okay, cool. But once you start learning, like, how to do other things, bro, it is scrumptious. I don't think I understand. But I won't complain. I suppose Mr. Adler, while being a very good professor, is not the most ideal person. He is a very eccentric man. Sometimes I feel he is more of a threat to me than any of those chemicals in the lab. I guess Chester being here could be a big help to keep him under control. I didn't know you liked doing these sorts of stuff. Teaching, I mean. Is that so? I'll do anything as long as I can avoid. Yes. Retail. And what happened to internships, being there to help you deal with people? Well, I am dealing with you. Some others. Why not? If you need anything, please come to me. I will be here to help you with anything you require. Okay, besides him keeping tabs on, like, when I leave the house and stuff, I mean, he's a pretty chill dude. Also, his neck is hella long. You can rely on me. Okay, sure. Question mark. You can't tell me he got that, like, he literally got that giraffe neck. Anyway, are you leaving already? Yeah, I'm done for the day. I'm beat. Would you be interested in drinking coffee with me? Sure, I guess I could use the break. Just never really liked talking. Let's try that again. So I should never really try to take the initiative in talking to me like this. I guess he is starting to put more effort into it now. That's lovely. Would you like to pick a place? That was another thing about him. He always seemed to try to please others from what I have seen. Well, I mean, I'm not in the class, but I feel like sometimes if you're like introverted, just go with the punches. Because hypothetically, you pick a place and everyone's just like, yeah, no, trash. Just see what everyone else likes so you can kind of, well, at least this is what I do. I just figure out what everyone else likes and then try to fit in my preferences of what I like so that, you know, everyone else likes the place that we go and then we're not ordering from 7 different places. It's kind of convenient. Maybe you could consider him a pushover. But honestly, I feel a bit worried that people may abuse his personality. Okay, wouldn't you like to pick a place instead? Well, I don't know many shops to be fully sincere. I had hoped you could help with that. See? 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 Fine, I know a place. I'm smelling hater. So, you said you came here a lot, isn't that right? What do you usually drink when you come here? Honestly, I usually just order the matcha latte. The taste is really earthy and smooth. I think it fits the season quite well too. I tried to order one of those yesterday. They ran out of matcha. I was sad. I mixed the matcha with like some blueberry, almond milk, and brown sugar. It was pretty good. Anyway, oh, I love matcha too. I mean, it is so energizing. I guess I would drink a cup of it with you. I smiled at him. Aw, he's such a beanie. Yeah. It was a nice afternoon. I was done with studying and I didn't have anything else to do. I always forget to take a break myself. I was glad Chester was here. At this point, studying antidepressants was starting to give me depression. I'm sorry. It almost feels as if I was in high school again, hanging out casually with my friends. Imagine learning to drive a car, causing you to be unable to drive a car. Oh, no, honestly speaking, though, I feel that. The more studies, it's just be like, okay, so it's defeating the purpose of while I'm here, but okay. Except something else was in my mind. So, about that notebook you left at the lab. Yes. How could I even ask someone this? This is so awkward. I noticed some notes in there. I didn't notice that you had the same schedule as me. Wink, wink. That notebook. What was it? It's a schedule. You could have just pulled one of my lines. I thought you saw it before you gave it back. Yeah, it's just crap. Come on, pull out one of the numbers I just said. You got the same schedule as me. It seemed very familiar. Familiar? Huh? Are you saying you thought I was stalking you? No. That wasn't the idea. Oh, my. That would be okay. I didn't get to. Oh, okay. Can I look at that history right quick because it flies? Okay. Why? That would be abhorrent. I would never do such a thing. His hands were shaking tightly as he held his cup. It was, oh, I'm very sorry. Come on, you could have made it less awkward by just being like, hey, I noticed that the schedule was kind of similar to mine. Like, let's walk to school together or something. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember the contents that well anymore. It's been almost a week since then. But he couldn't just be lying, could he? Chester doesn't seem like he would do that. Well, it is okay. I just hope it didn't scare you. Very sorry for this misunderstanding. How about this? As compensation, the drinks are all metered, okay? I would like to make up for distressing you. Aren't aren't we with the cups already? Like, do we get the drinks and then pay or something? Are you sure? It's not even fully your fault, you know. I insist. I mean, we know he's stalking us, but I mean, come on. So, I shifted in my seat from the uncomfortable silence. You are in pharmacology, too, right? Why did you take that degree? Well, I guess I just like it. I find the prospect of working in a laboratory to be very interesting. I guess this degree appeals to my interests. But I was aiming for medicine. I just wanted to make my parents not worry about me. Well, you are happy with your degree, and it is a pretty prestigious school, too. Wouldn't you say they are proud? Hmm. Hmm. Would you like to order something to eat? Personally, I'm quite hungry. Yeah, that was the biggest answer. I really hope that our character noticed it. My treat. Let's go ahead and save that. Are you okay, Chester? Yes, I guess I am quite hungry. Let's go ahead and please, let's change the subject. My character is not doing it right now. Lovely. I will get us something sweet to eat then. Guess Chester worries about making his parents proud. Should I have said something? Didn't want to pressure him, but if I don't say anything about it, isn't it bad too? No. That's been such a long while since I last spent time like this with someone. I feel like if anyone tries to change the subject, clearly they may not want to talk about it, so don't push them. Like, oh, it's bad if I don't say anything. Just don't say anything. It's probably best not to. I feel like that is a terrible idea, and it's gonna just make it even more awkward because it's either gonna be they're just going to give an awkward laugh and then you're just going to see them disappear into the void. Or B, it's just going to be like one of those moments to where they get really hostile and it's just going to be very awkward silence. But anyway, I really appreciate Chester for going out with me today. Going out, roar. All we need is the ring and the wedding. I often get so caught up with studying, trying not to stay behind, but just for this day, I forgot all about it. Maybe others would see Chester as an awkward guy. I think he is so nice and caring, romantic. I think he is a great friend. Well, he is in fact nice and caring. Let's go ahead with that one. I want to know more about him. I probably will do both parts. Hopefully, let me see here. Loading will lose unsave. Okay, well, let's not do that. When we load, I'll go ahead and play the other version, part of it, and be there for him in the demo. Oh, never mind. Okay, that was that was more sooner than later. A quick loaded. Where is it? Okay, so we're gonna come to this one. I think he's a great friend, platonic. Want to know more about him, be there for him. Okay, well, well, that was Gentle Fall, and that was very much scrumptious. Hopefully, you're gonna come back. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This was quite a blast, and I'll see you in the next episode. We're gonna probably be doing more visual novels. I tried to do Mormons. I tried twice. I'm gonna have to probably restart the entire computer, to be honest, because I keep getting locked out of doing any of the other chapters, so it's probably going to be a whole plethora of just visual novels. Anyhow, if you have any game requests, feel free to comment in the comment section, or any parts that you enjoyed more. If you think there's any ways I can improve, just let me know. Also, if you want to share, and if you want to join any live streams, we live stream on both YouTube and Twitch at 12:30 a.m. Central Timing. And we just rock out, chill, vibe, and do whatever it is for that day. With that being said, everything is in the description box for the stream information, I guess you could say. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, so on and so forth. So hopefully I see you there.